northern pike.
Cutting right down the rib cage. Or not the rib cage, but the spine. Easy there, bro. And then I'm going to get a bigger knife because I got to cut the running right down the spine. So you get that fillet. You got to debone that, the rib cage, but that's the fillet you end up with. So now I'm going down the other side of that spine. I'll do the same thing up here. Don't show this to the PETA people. They'll be
all sorts of pissed off.
Yeah, because I made the fish suffer. Alright, so as you can see, you end up with very little meat not
being used, right?
Not being used, yeah. Alright, so the first thing you have to do is take this fin off the bottom because it interferes with skinning.
I'm trying not to just hear that. Okay.
Now you're going to take the rib bones out. That's kind of a talent you develop as you go along. There's kind of a feel to it. You're taking the point of the knife and turning it up so that it hits the bottom of the rib bones. Each time I do that, they come a little closer to coming off. And that's the ribs. So now you're down to a fillet, and you're going to end up taking the skin off so that you'll have nothing but meat, but you still haven't taken out the wide bones. The wide bones are right in this section here, and I'll show you how I do that after I skin it. This is another thing that's sort of feel. Typically what happens when you first learn how to do this, you end up cutting through the skin, makes a mess because then you're having to try and get restarted. But again, it's just feel. So there's your fillet. So we got rib bones to take out. Again, you're just cutting over the head of the bone and turning your blade up against the back side of the ribs. And you need a decently sharp knife. These knives are $2 a piece. It doesn't have to be a really good knife. It just needs to be decently sharp. Doesn't have to be razor sharp. In fact, it gets harder if you get too sharp of a knife. Then when we go inside, then I go over it, and by that I mean I trim up anything that looks like it's not the way it should be, and also end up, if I can, you scrape off this is stomach lining. You can scrape that off on a lot of fish. It's hard to do on a northern, but there's another really nice fillet, and no meat really left in the thing. So I'll show you how to debone them. Now this is... Alright, as I said, the Y bones run right along that ridge line. So I'm going to start back about here. Get a sharp knife here. Start back about here, and I'm going to kind of do like I did with the rib bones. I'm going down along here, and these Y bones actually go out this way. And so as I go, you can feel the bones with the tip of the knife. And you don't want to cut through them. You want to fillet this piece of meat right off those bones. You can see the bones. See the bones there? Those are Y bones. One side of the Y bones, by the way. All right, and that's what I call the prime. That's very good. All right, now we're going to take the Y bones out. There's other ways to do this. You can open this up, fillet it back, go through and cut it off, and you end up with a single piece. But as many fish as we catch up here, I don't even worry about that. We're going to lose some meat because I'm going to take this knife and I'm going to make it in. If you see the angle of my knife, it's kind of right along that way, and you can feel those bones, and I'm cutting off the tip of some of them, which means there's bones here, but you can't feel any, and once you fry it, you tend to fry up the bones. So we'll do one more. Again, we're going to take this, and they run all the way down to here. And we're going to fillet this piece of meat off those Y bones.
In other cities, the facilities have been accepted by law enforcement officials. He described a center of Zurich located in the same building as a police station.
Thank you. I just want to be able to hear you. Thank you, Dad.
Yep. So there's the prime. Now we're going to, you can see the angle I'm taking. And I'm going to go right along there. You do lose some meat with this way I do it. I think you lose some meat the other way too, but this is so much easier than the other way where you fillet it like that, you lay it back, you don't go all the way through, then you come through with your knife and go under the Y bones and do that all the way along. So it's really a hard process.
All right.
Tedious.
Way to go, Dad.
Oh, your thumbs up.